All right. Do I have your permission to post this on my YouTube channel?
Yes.
All right, let's begin. But before I do, I'm just giving this disclaimer to any and everybody that watches this. If any of your videos are on my YouTube channel and at any point of your life you decide that you no longer want it on my YouTube channel, I do request $144 or maybe like it depends because this might be a really short session. So I mean, it really depends on how long it is. 50, I'll charge $50, but 60, whatever I would charge. Okay, so let's get straight into your session. So I'm a psychic. I'm also a physical medium. The reason why I say I'm a physical medium is because I can physically feel things like DV, cancer in somebody's energy or strangers as I walk outside. Now, during this session, I am going to be staring at you for about 15 minutes or so, but I'm only going to allow them to see 5 minutes of it. All right. The only thing that I ask during this session is whatever I ask you, if you can please give me a yes or no answer only, I'd greatly appreciate that. Okay. So let's begin.
Okay.
Have you ever had a security job?
You said a security job?
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Are you in a relationship?
Yes.
What gender are you attracted to?
Male.
Do you feel comfortable telling me his first initial, the first letter to the initial to his first
Yes.
name, please?
J.
J. J. Okay. Has he ever disrespected you?
Yeah.
And has he ever put his hands on you?
No.
And is someone else still in love with you? And do you have
Um.
feelings for somebody else?
No.
Are you in school?
No, I'm not. I want
That's
to be.
okay. Yeah, you will be. Yeah. That's the beautiful thing about school. You can always go back. Do you have an
I'm
associate
sorry.
or bachelor's degree?
I have an associate's degree.
Okay.
My kids are gonna come in and out of here.
That's
Acting.
okay. I mean, if it's not a distraction, then I don't mind. But like, if it does become a distraction to where I can't hear the voices, I won't be able to continue this session.
Okay. Hey, can y'all go back in your room? Go ahead. I'm gonna call you when I'm done. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. You too. 'Cause I told you already. I told you first, and then you came in back in here with him. Go ahead.
Have you ever been to Florida,
Yes.
Philadelphia?
No. No. Go. And what's in your mouth?
And what about New Jersey?
No. Never been to Jersey.
Okay.
Go back
You have
in
a
your
brother?
room. Yes, I have. I have a lot of brothers.
Do you know a male that's incarcerated right now?
Yes,
Who is he to you?
my father.
Your father. Okay. When's the last time you spoke to your dad on the phone?
My son's birthday. So around February.
Does he have any health issues?
I think so. A lot of stuff happened to him.
Do your babies know how to swim?
No.
Okay.
Well, not that I know of. I do want to get them swim lessons,
Okay.
but I'm kind of unsure about the chlorine and all that. I'm very particular
Cool.
about stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't hear you.
No, I didn't say. I didn't
Oh,
say anything.
okay. Oh, okay.
Not yet, at least.
Ooh, I know it's gonna be a lot.
Well, no, this will. I will try my best to make this very positive, and this will be very short. Like this will be more so
Okay.
of like what I see in your future, things like that, blah blah blah. But I gotta ask,
Okay.
what
Okay.
would you like for me to talk about today, just to make sure that you're satisfied?
Um, career and
Okay.
basically my future health and stuff like that.
Okay. May I have your age, please?
I'm 25. I'm about to be 26.
Okay.
No, sir. I'm busy. I'm gonna call you when I'm done. Okay. Go ahead. Go back in there with your brother.
Now repeat after me 3 times. Tell me about my health.
Tell me about my health. Tell me about my health. Tell me about my health.
Thank you. Stay away from, and you'll be fine. How many female friends do you have?
Excuse me.
How many female friends do you have?
So, I don't really have friends.
Okay.
I consider I haven't found a good friend.
Say that again. You have a what?
I said I haven't found any like
Okay, well
good.
not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
And like, can you go to the bathroom? Are you able to go
Yes.
to the bathroom where it's just a little bit because I hear voices, so I just really need to
Okay.
like focus on what they're saying, not the background noise.
Yeah. Yes, because my kids, they just won't give me space.
Because you're a mama.
Yes.
You're a mama bear. And watch, knowing that they're probably not knowing though, but you know how it is with kids. They're probably gonna follow you to the bathroom.
Yeah, they are. And don't knock on this door. Take your scooter back in your room. Don't knock on the door. Okay. I like this better. It's like what I say. No.
Do you know
Can you
anyone
see
that
me?
was murdered?
My yeah.
Was it a male?
Yeah, my cousin. I have a lot like multiple people. Like cousins.
Cousin? Multiple?
Yeah.
Okay, rest in peace. And has your father been beat on while he's been incarcerated? Has he been in any trouble?
I had not that I know of, but I don't doubt that he probably is going through that because where he's at. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna begin. All right. Oh,
Okay.
I didn't even pause. All right, let's begin. Okay, so I will say
Okay.
this. Let's say I was reading this chapter of your life. It would be titled Bittersweet. Okay, it would be titled Bittersweet,
Mhm.
or it would be titled Everything That You Want Requires You to Be Uncomfortable. Okay, so I'm gonna
Mhm.
say something. I don't work in chronological order. I'm not God. Okay, I could give you 1,000 predictions today and only be accurate about 800. All right, I'm gonna give you some
Mhm.
timelines, but I want you to listen to the timelines, but don't absorb it because I might be wrong with the timelines. But I realize I'm not really wrong about the message, just more so the timelines. But
Mhm.
anyways, let's begin. All right, so I feel that there's a heavy need for you to avoid a situation coming up very soon with the man. Now, I do feel a connection to this man being a like someone that you are or were romantically involved in. You need to leave a man alone,
Mm-hmm.
okay? He's absolutely no good for you. Watch out for him, question everything. I don't really know what I'm feeling to be exact, but the energy feels a little bit like sinister slash like I don't know what this is. I don't know if I'm identifying cheating. I don't know if I'm identifying like putting your sexual health in jeopardy or God forbid, hitting you or verbally disrespecting you. But I will say this, in less than 7 months, I feel that there might be a possibility you could get your feelings hurt by a man. You need to leave him alone. This is not your husband. There's somebody else coming in your energy, but energetically I feel like maybe 2 years from now, because when I tap into your energy in terms of the men that you may choose to date, you may like, and I'm not trying to trigger, and I hope I'm wrong, but there's something with you might not be ready to fully close this relationship out yet, so you guys may be off and on again, which is why kind of feel a connection to this delay in terms of this future person that's coming in your energy. All right, but you really need to leave a man alone. He is not your person, okay? But let's move on to the next message. I literally forgot that I wrote there's another man in your energy, okay? Now I can't quite feel
Um,
it.
somebody was calling me when you saying that. So I'm not trying to,
Mm.
I didn't really hear what you said the last few parts.
What was the last part you heard?
Um, something about me happened to. I need to leave him alone.
Yeah. You definitely need to leave a man alone. I feel that. So again, like I kind of said that about like 13 times.
Get off the
Really know.
door.
I will
Sorry.
say there isn't no problem. There is a need for you to leave a man alone. If you have, any hopes and dreams of being this person, having this career, having that, he'll slow the process down. So let's say, because school is in your energy, and I'll talk about that in a second. But let's say you're like, oh, I want to go to school this fall. Messing with this man, it won't be till another 3 years. Like there's something with he literally pushes back the great things. Well, I don't want to fully blame him because it also takes two to tango, right? But I will say this, when I connect to school, I'll talk about that in a second. It really depends on you and when this man leaves your life. Okay. Now let's say he's the father of your children. That might be a little bit more difficult to navigate, but I do feel that it's important for you to implement boundaries, because if not, there's something with he will slow your road. Okay. Now, speaking of school, I feel a connection to the medical field or something with law slash social work, but this might be the medical field. Now, if this is not the medical field, it could fall under medical. All right. Because I feel like a lot of times when people talk about therapists or estheticians, that kind of falls under medical, because you have to learn about the human anatomy, especially with
Mhm.
esthetician school, because you're dealing with the face, integumentary system, things like that, right? And also like therapy, that's with the psychological. So that falls under medical as well. But I will say this, I'm picking up on the medical field to be exact, but if not, law slash social work, okay? Now, I will
Mhm.
say this, very soon, in less than 13 months, I feel that you're going to join a program, or there's something with you're going to receive a certification first. So this could start off with, let's say, CNA or medical assistant, or let's say it's not CNA or medical assistant. Let's say this is esthetician school. Because I don't know if it's a certification that they have or a license. Or maybe that's kind of like the same thing. I don't know.
It's a
Oh,
certification.
it's a certification. Okay, yeah. So it's
Mhm.
something like that with you being in school for anywhere between 2 months to 6 months and you receiving a certification. I am going to say something though. When I tap into your career, it kind of feels like it could fall under beauty or medical. All right, because I'm seeing pink
Mhm.
scrubs. Now that's tricky. This could just be you being a nurse or
Mhm.
anesthesiologist, anesthetist. I'm not too sure because the medical field is huge. Or there's something with you
Mhm.
being an esthetician and maybe like I know a lot of times estheticians have to wear scrubs, or it just makes the I don't know. I don't know. I see a lot of them wear scrubs, so it just really depends. Okay, but anyways, it's
Mhm.
something like that in your energy, and I do feel a connection to 132K. You could go up, but it's a could, because when I tap into your energy in terms of the pay rate in your area, it may not be as high as this state or that state. Now, it has nothing to do with you. It's just the state that you will reside in. But anyways,
Okay.
if you don't have do you have a vehicle?
No, not at the moment.
So I see you having a vehicle very soon. All right. So if you don't have your driver's license, I see that in your energy as well. I also see a
Yeah.
passport. in your energy in less than 3 years, okay? But I kind of want to
Okay.
talk about school just a little bit more. I feel that you are going to have to leap when it comes to an education. So, for example, let's say I'm just making this up. This may not be for you. Let's say somebody wants to be a registered nurse and they go the associate way. Okay, that's 2 years. But usually hospitals want nurses that have their BSN. So then you would have to do school for another 2 years. So that's four. But it's something with you hopping to and from. Now it doesn't have to be that to be exact. This could be starting off with your CNA certificate, then working your way up to medical assistant, then working your way up to registered nurse. Or this could be esthetician, then working your way up to this so that you can qualify for this. It really is loopholes to success, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But I see you climbing the ladder. Okay. I see you stopping at times. Another thing, too, you may have a pattern of being comfortable when it comes to your career slash finances. I will say this, the money stops when you stop. So if you're climbing up the ladder and you're making, let's say, 132K, if you stop, then I only see 132K. But if you keep climbing
Yeah.
up the ladder, more money. It really is up to you. And not most importantly, you got to get rid of this guy. All right, now let's move on
Yeah.
to the next message. And another thing, too, as you elevate, he's not really elevating. I'm not trying to be mean and call him a bum, but the energy kind of gives me bum vibes. Now, I am going to say something to you. Let's say, like, oh, Intuitive, you're dead wrong. He makes more money than me. Well, I'm predicting there's going to come a time you're going to surpass him financially. And he's just lazy. I don't know who this man is, but energetically just feels lazy. Like, I just don't feel that this man will be the man that you need to be. His energy feels just enough. Oh, it's very similar to people who just do their job. Like they don't really overachieve; they just do their job. I feel that this man could love you just enough, or just like this is like if he rubs your feet, it's for 10 minutes. Like it's really never for 12. It's really never for 14. And 15, 6, 17, 18, 19 minutes. It's something like that in the energy. And I just see somebody else. I am gonna say something too. When you elevate, jealousy will start to show within this relationship, or let's say you guys break up, it's just not going to work out. I'm sorry, I hate to really be the needle to the balloon, but he's like it's just not going to work. This is kind of like a work in progress Michelle Obama dating a corner store Daquan. It's just not going to work. Like either way we spin the bottle, it's just not going to work out because as Michelle Obama elevates and works hard to get into law school, it's like what are we really here to talk about? Like he's a bum. Like I don't really know how to say it and be nice about it, but it just isn't energy. Now let's move on to the next message. I don't know if I said this, but I definitely see schooling in less than 13 months. Earlier, I could have said in less than 7 months. Doesn't matter. Less than. Okay, less than. Anyways, let's move on to the next message. Do you feel comfortable telling me the state that you live in? You can say no if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. Missouri.
Yeah, no,
Missouri.
you're moving. I don't even know where Missouri is. That sounds like a red state. Honestly, but where is that? Where is that at?
It's
Like
Midwest. Midwest.
that's see, okay. This one I gotta put. Midwest. Listen, hold on. I have to look at that on the map. Hold up, let me see. That don't even sound. That sounds so foreign. Show me Missouri on the map. Oh yeah, no, no,
No,
no,
baby,
no.
I'll be out in a minute.
Yeah,
Huh?
no, no, no. So yeah, you're right. You're right here. Yeah, no, 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 no. You're moving to Georgia, Virginia, North Carolina, or listen, this is somewhere on the East Coast you're moving to. Where to be
Mhm.
exact, I cannot tell you to be exact. But I mean, like, I will say this: if you do not move on the East Coast, which I'm predicting you will, possibly Texas, but I doubt that. But it's a possible, right? Possibly Texas, but it really kind of gives me more North Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina, Virginia, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, the East Coast. Honestly, the East Coast is what it feels like. But if I'm wrong about the East Coast, then I will say Texas. And that's this because I'm not really feeling Texas. I'm really feeling more so East Coast. Georgia,
Okay.
Virginia, or North Carolina is really where my money is at. But if I could give a few more states slash cities, Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania, New York City, Georgia, North Carolina, I'm pushing it by saying Florida. I'm pushing, but it could be Florida because that's still on the East Coast, okay? But anyways, let's move on to
Mhm.
the next message. I feel that there's a male in your energy that is incarcerated. I do not feel that he's doing so good. There's something with his lower abdomen that keeps showing me a vision of him hunching in pain. Now, I can't identify if he was hurt or if there's some kind of like medical emergency that this man needs. Maybe they're not giving him the proper medical assistance that he needs. I am not too sure, but it's something with his so for women, our pelvic area, right? I don't know where that would be at for a man. Can a man have a pelvis? Hold on, let's look this up.
Get off the door.
Oh, yes, men do have a pelvis. Okay, yes. So it's something with his pelvis areas. Feels like he's in pain. Okay. All right. Now, let's move on to the next message. And I want to be wrong about this. I feel when it's time for you to be in school, this could be 3 months in, 7 months in, or like I said before, you're going to be pivoting when it comes to your education. So this could be like 3 years from now, or let's say you're in school tomorrow, right? This could be 3 years from now. I don't know when, but I would say in less than 10 years. I feel that you are going to receive a terrible phone call while you're in school, and it might be emotionally difficult for you to continue, but it's necessary for you to continue. And they had me right. Her dad needs serious medical treatment. Okay. Now let's move on to the next message. All right. Your baby.
I feel it in I feel it. That I already feel the emotions about it. Like I want to cry right now. Like, yeah. But you can keep going.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Let me ask you something. Do you have more than 3 children?
I have 3.
Do you have more boys than girls?
Yeah, I have 2 boys, 1 girl.
I see you with 2 girls. You might have 4 children. 4 children's popping up. Yeah. 4 children. Unless I'm looking at an abortion or a miscarriage. But no, I think I'm seeing 4 children. Yeah. Alive. Like
I don't want no I don't want no more kids.
Well, I don't think the universe is interested in giving you what you want, right? The universe is interested in giving you what you need, right? No, but I could be dead wrong. I could be dead wrong about that. But I'm seeing 4 children. Anyways.
Okay.
Speaking of children, it's very important for you to put your babies into swimming classes. That'll be very important. All right. Also, you may take your babies to a water park very soon. So that's amazing. They'll get to go swimming. Also, this year, I feel that you're going to get into an argument with a man. It's very important for you to get into this argument with this man because you're going to be able to understand this person's psyche. Like, and then I feel like when you have this argument with this man, you are going to literally see, yeah, this is not going to work out. Okay. Now, from ages 28 to 29.
Hey, I felt that today.
Which part? The argument or
this ain't gonna work.
Not gonna work.
Yes, I felt that today.
Well, that's
earlier
happening. Yeah, that's good. So if that's happening, then school is
this is draining. Yeah.
Well, now you know.
This confirmation.
Yeah, it's confirmation. Yeah. Well, let's move on to the next message. I feel around 28 to 29, you're going to be involved with a better man. Okay. Now, I will say something, I guess he could be from Missouri, but every time I tap into y'all energy, I always see you texting. So I don't know if you're going to meet him online. I'm not really too sure. Maybe you guys are just texting and I'm over analyzing the vision. I'm not too sure. But this man is 5'11" to 6'3". He wears a lot of hats. He could have locks. Brown skin to dark skin, solid yet skinny. He kind of dresses like business casual. He dresses like a nice like gentleman from the city, like something like that. Like imagine Mahershala Ali plus a Brent Faiyaz kind of like outfit. All right. I do feel that this man could be 27 to 28 or 27 to 29. Kind of around like the same age you'll be when you guys meet. He has a calm voice. His voice isn't deep, but it isn't not deep. But he has like Like he doesn't have like a baritone in his voice. Like it's not like anything like that. He's a nice gentleman, and I feel like he's different from what you're used to. Now, I'm not calling you masculine, but if you are used to being masculine in relationships, you're gonna be very feminine with this man. I actually see like even how like you talk to people, it's gonna be different. Like let's say you talk like DMX. I don't feel like you do, but let's say you talk like DMX. Well, you're talk like Princess Diana with this man, and you're going to be very feminine. And period, right? So this is exciting. Now, let's move on to the last page. I want to talk about. Let's move on to the last page. I want to talk about your health and the country that I see you visiting. So, when I tap into your health, this is very important. I really need you to listen to this.
Okay.
When I tap into your health, I don't see anything mental, anything physical, but if you want to preserve your life, your health, your mental health, stay away from jealous men and jealous women. That's how they broke it down. If you want to be healthy, stay away from jealous men and jealous women. Okay? Now, last but most certainly not least, the country that I see you traveling to, so far as Jamaica, I don't really see like a lot of people that go. It's like more so like you might like just have an attachment to like states in America, maybe US islands, stuff like that. But I can only really connect with Jamaica at this point, okay? But before we get out of here, I want to thank you so much for this session. Before we go,
Thank
one
you.
question you'd like to ask me.
Open my door. Not off the top of my head.
Well, I want to thank you so
My
much.
children. Wait, my children. Well, do my kids are not able to sleep at night as much, and they want to be next to me at night. Is there anything with that?
I will have to see your children, and unfortunately, I do not have enough time to do that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I hope nothing crazy is happening that I don't want to think about right now. But let your baby sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for this session, and you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.